ask for.
But anyway, I gave y'all props. That's it. I'm done with y'all. That's it.
Oh, keep it coming. Keep it coming. It's not the end. It's not the end. V's a legend. Like.
That's super.
So, I mean, sometimes stuff like that does cause a distraction. So, had him off his game. Like, he knew something was coming out. Like, pipeline, when he was kicking that ball, something else was going through his head. 16 therapists, accusations, from 2012 to 2016.
God.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, the timing of it, but just for 16... What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, obviously,
I was like, who does that? Who does that?
So, right, like people think you just go in there and boom, one cut, and it takes time and effort.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to really invest into it. And right. You got to really
Tune in to Bmore Sports Talk Live every Monday at 7 p.m. exclusively on the Bmorepod network.
I'm gonna kill these mofos for real. Give me a chance.
Hey guys, it's your girl Lene Gray, and you can catch me live at 7 p.m. every Thursday on Bmorepod. As you guys know, we are for the people. Our platform highlights creatives, brands, entrepreneurs, all the things. And for the past 2 years, we have been self-funded. So we're just asking for a little help from you guys. You can donate to our Cash App. That's PodNet. Again, $PodNet. And if you send $50 or more, guess what? We are giving you a shirt. Hold up. We got this in black. We have it in white. Y'all see this? We thank you all for all the support and love that you continue to show us. And don't forget, we have a show on Mondays, Bmore Sports. We have a show on Tuesdays, Shameless Unplugged, and Bmorepod on Thursdays. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm your host, Eric. I like everybody right now to like, share, and subscribe. We are happy to be with you another Monday. I got Tony in the house, man, hosted with me, man. We got a lot to get into. We got Legacy SC in the house. I'm saying, shout out to our live audience, by the way. We appreciate y'all pulling up. Got Garland coming on later, so we're gonna get into a lot, man. But I'm gonna let Tony go ahead and I'll tell a little bit about himself.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? I'm Tony. It's only one Tony on Instagram. Current teacher at Baltimore City Public Schools. That's also venturing out into other business ventures. I'm just happy to be here, man, to talk some sports. I'm definitely glad y'all brought me on.
Yes, and I'm happy to have you here, brother.
Sir.
Happy to have you here. So it was a lot going on this weekend in sports, man.
Yeah.
A lot, man. Like, let's just talk a little bit about it. Dion, man, I like the news. Like, I didn't even hear about that to this morning, man. He said he had an announcement. Like, what were you thinking when you heard that?
Well, we all know if anybody follows primetime, outside of his accolades and things of that nature, that he's done with the colleges and universities that he's been coaching, also having health problems, which also made me want to realize or made me think, make sure I check on myself, constantly get physicals. For all the men out there, please get yourself checked out because you never know what's going on with you. So that's one of the main things I was taking on Dion's news. But by the way, he's cancer-free. So
cancer-free.
Prayers up for Dion.
Yep.
Hopefully he keeps it going.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right. And he supposedly went in for something else, check on something else, and then that came back. So that's just to show, like, y'all got to stay in tune with your physicals and checkups because you might feel like you're 100%. But something could be going on.
Because it all started with like his toe, right?
Yeah.
Like he initially went in to get something done with his feet.
Yeah.
And then, please get yourself checked out.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. We had some boxing going down. We're going to get into that. WNBA, some NFL news. The O's, they got some wins this weekend. So that felt good because, they've been in a slump,
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Did you get a chance to catch any games this season?
Nah, man, we've been slipping. I just want our O's to get it together.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore is a tough city when it comes to sports.
Yes.
We do not play.
Right.
So whatever they got to do to get it in order, that's all that matters. But still, good win.
Right.
Good win.
Good win.
Yeah.
And then football is right around the corner, man. We got five Sundays. Five Sundays until some football. So that's real exciting. Training camp started on the 23rd. So that's super exciting for the fans and players. So I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. So shout out all our viewers out there. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah. We're here to give y'all a great show. Did anything stand out to you this weekend in sports?
Other than the GWOAT. And if y'all don't know who the GWOAT is currently, it's Clarissa Shields.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Who's definitely dominating women's boxing.
Yes.
So definitely good win, Clarissa. You know what I mean? You got support all the way from Baltimore.
Right.
So definitely good win.
And she was defending her title. So we definitely gonna touch on that later. We got some clips and all.
But I'm anxious to see if that Layla Ali fight might happen.
Yeah.
Between them two. I don't want it to happen.
Okay.
But I'm anxious.
What you think about Tank and Roach? I keep hearing rumors like that's like delayed or something.
I don't know. They didn't even state if it's a fact or not. And that's another thing nowadays with so much media, you don't really know what's true, what's not. I just say fingers crossed because you don't end boxing with no draw, man. Straight up and down. You don't do that. That's discrediting both boxers and the work that they put in.
Yes.
So I hope that fight is still on.
People want to see a rematch. But we're gonna bring on our guests in a little bit. Legacy SC. I'm so excited to have these guests on the show. This is the first time we're bringing soccer to Bmore Sports Talk, so they about to make history. So before we bring them on, we're gonna get into a clip. So go ahead and run that clip.
I mean, like of all names, you gotta say Leroy.
She took it back to fame. Fame. I'm gonna live
forever. I mean, like, man is only worth his pockets. Women are only worth the kitchen and the bedroom.
Just a woman. I mean, like you were appealing at first. You know, you used to put effort in how you look. Now he walking around, coming to the house. You sitting around there looking like Mama's family.
So no. I'm sorry. According to the law, if we splitting them bills 50-50 and I'm filing my taxes and I done kicked out more to this household than you, how are you the head of the household? Because you got a penis hand, right?
Like selling yourself, like
it's
saying
not
who you are. Or, I just
we
don't
selling
I did that years ago.
Listen, let me tell you this. Every time I step out the house, I'm selling myself. Because I step out the cell.
Because they always doing that.
Ready or not. Ready or not. Here I come. Can't hide. Gonna find you and then
Looking for your dream home? We can help you. Contact Vandalia Brown, your licensed real estate expert. Navigating the housing market can be overwhelming. We are here to make it a breeze. With her extensive knowledge and personalized step-by-step guidance, you'll feel confident every step of the way. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade, she's got your back. Contact her today, 443-762-6135 or 443-330-7889. Scan the QR code on the screen. You'll be amazed at how smooth the process can be. When you have someone like her in your corner, ready to take the leap, don't wait. Click the link to start your journey with Vandalia today and unlock the door to your new home.
Hi, I'm Uncle Wayne. I'm OMG Daniel. This is Bmore for Real every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Rated R for reality. #1 podcast in Baltimore. Y'all see the trophy, man. Keep it locked with us each and every single Wednesday. We'll keep out with a real explosion, man. Go for real, y'all. Go for real. Keep it locked with us. Be go for real.
Hey, welcome back. That was Shameless, which is every other Tuesday. Make sure y'all check that out. And that was Vandalia Brown. If y'all could bring that flyer up again. Y'all need a house. Y'all make sure y'all hit that QR code. I mean, she should get you a house. So definitely. So we got Legacy SC in the house. What's going on, yo?
What's up?
I'm so happy to have y'all on the show today, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Absolutely.
For real. So let's go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Okay. Well, I am Kiana, or Coach K, or Coach Kiana. And I am the founder and operator of Legacy XC.
Okay.
I'm Alexa, and I'm one of the captains.
I'm Rihanna, and I'm one of the coach's daughters.
I am Vanessa, and I'm also a captain.
Okay, nice to meet y'all. I appreciate y'all coming to the show. So, Coach K, can I call you Coach K?
Absolutely.
I just want to start off and ask you, like, what got you into soccer?
So, when my kids were younger, I did not want to do like football or basketball because I had cousins and nephews doing the football and the basketball, and I wanted something different. And that very next day in my kids' book bag was a flyer at our local recreation, which was Middle River. And it's a soccer flyer. And I was like, you know what? Let's try soccer. Let's see what soccer is about. So I signed them up, and we've been rocking ever since. So my son was like 8 at the time, and my other son was 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And you're not only a travel coach, you're involved at 2 other schools, right?
Yes.
Can you touch on that?
Yeah. So right now I am, I have Legacy XC. I just got hired at Mount Carmel private school. Shout out to Mount Carmel. And I also just got elected as a commissioner for Edgewood Recreational Soccer.
That is a lot. Like, how do you balance that all?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's my support. If you don't have a strong support team, you can't, do it. And with Legacy, and what I've been working on the last 3 years with my girls is them sustaining Legacy without me being there, and like my support staff, the other coaches, the board member, the parents. I mean, like I have a really great group of parents that really support. And quite honestly, the girls that I have, they're very mature, and they can actually kind of run it, on their own. So that really helps with that part. With Mount Carmel, I'm getting to know the girls there, but I have a strong set of girls there as well. I mean, so it's really the support that I have around me. And I mean, my husband and my kids, they sacrifice a lot, but my husband is with me as well. He's going to be assistant coach at Mount Carmel.
That's great.
He's a coach at Edgewood Recreational. I got my youngest son helping out with the U6 players, and I got my oldest son who's a ref. So it's kind of like a family affair. So that support system is what helps me balance all 3.
I was just about to ask. It sounds like you gotta have a good support system no matter what you're doing.
Absolutely.
I got a quick question for the coach's daughter.
Yeah, coach's daughter.
So how do you navigate having your mom not only as a coach but as your mom? Because there's a lot of players, a lot of student athletes like you who have parents that are like that. So how do you navigate that?
It definitely takes a lot of struggle because when I was younger and we used to do rec, my body couldn't divide that, and I would have breakdowns on the field and stuff, and it would be really hard for me to kind of think that my mom is yelling at me as a coach and not as a mother.
Yeah.
But after a while and a lot of really thinking it through, I've started to realize, this is my coach talking to me and not my mom. And one of the things that do help me is kind of the saying. I call her Coach Kiana in soccer instead of mom. Even sometimes outside of soccer, if I'm hanging out with my soccer friends, I would sometimes still call her Coach Kiana because it's kind of my mind use that as a way to think. As of right now, she's a coach and not a mom. And when we leave that soccer atmosphere, she's a mother, not a coach.
I love that.
You know what that is? Professionalism.
Yes, it is. That's professionalism.
And can I add on to that? I mean, even for me as her mom, it took me a while to kind of separate that as well. And sometimes I would tiptoe around how I would deal with her or talk with her on the field because, I saw it was a struggle for her. And so we kind of had to work on that together. I think my point when I saw like her breaking down, we had to like reset ourselves and say, okay. So I love the fact that she calls me Coach Kiana, because then that gets me in the mindset, okay, I'm coach. She needs me as a coach, not as a mom. So I mean, so we've been rocking ever since. I
think it's good because you got a lot of people out there who have kids and they want their children involved in all kinds of extracurricular activities, especially sports. So to have this right here, it's like, okay, I get to see it firsthand instead of watching on somebody's TV or things like that. So y'all definitely probably helping out a lot of mother-daughter duos or mother-sons. I just seen a video of a mother helping her son get his game right for football.
I seen that too.
You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of that. So
that went viral.
This is something that works definitely for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we ain't gonna leave y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show. So how long have y'all been playing soccer, and like what got you started?
I would say I started playing around when I was 3 years old.
Okay.
And the reason I started was because I saw my brother playing, and that obviously like intrigued me kind of, and I would like play around with him all the time, especially when I got older. But yeah.
There you go.
I started playing soccer when I was 5. My dad kind of got me into the sport when I was a kid. We like always practice and stuff, and he put me in like a rec league, and then he was always there supporting me and stuff. So kind of what got me into the sport.
That's awesome.
I got a burning question, like I said, right? So I, as a former athlete, you know what I mean? I feel, well, first of all, once an athlete, always an athlete, no matter how long you can stop playing or whatever, right? So one of my burning questions when it comes to soccer, right? Because I feel like every sport has its peaks and valleys. So in your own words, what is the hardest part about playing soccer? Because in my mind, I think it's conditioning. Y'all do a lot of running for one goal.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what would be the peak in regards of peak? What would be like the high, and what would you consider low in regards of when you dealing with soccer?
I'll go. One of the peaks, in my opinion, is like peak of the good stuff, right? I think is that like the effect, the feeling after scoring a goal, knowing that the goal could always start from your goalie all the way down the field. Your goalie can send it to your defense, to your mid, to your striker. It takes every player to make a goal. So like that feeling, that knowing that you were a part of this play, even as a goalie, even if all you did was roll the ball out, knowing that what that decision you made was the reason for a goal, really must feel like knowing that like you kind of made this play. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I did that. It was I kind of started this, and knowing that my player finished it, it's a feeling like this is like a nice feeling.
Right. It was still team effort.
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about the sport. Yes. Can y'all tell me what positions y'all play and what do you like most about it?
To be honest, I feel like I switch between, but I mainly do like defense.
Okay.
And for me, I don't really know. I like all of them, to be honest. I couldn't tell you like what's my favorite about each, but
I got you.
It's definitely like
So you're super versatile. You could do a lot out there.
But help me understand as a spectator, you know what I mean? Because back to that running and like you just talk about offense and defense, y'all can go from offense to a defense like every second as long as the ball, you know what I mean? So like, how do y'all stay consistent with that and then staying conditioned? All right, the coach. They never lay having a good coach, but no, like, how do y'all do that?
It starts at practice, and it's not the practice that I put together. It's practice on their own. With any sport, if you're hungry for it, you're going to work for it in front of the coach and not in front of the coach.
Practice how you play.
Who says that?
What?
Practice how you play. That's my motto. Don't steal my motto.
Let's go.
Yes, you practice how you play. If you gonna practice sloppy, you gonna play sloppy.
Yes, indeed.
But if you gonna practice like we always say, you gotta practice like this is a real game situation. And that's what I expect from these girls. When we're in the drills or we're in the practices, that everything is a game like situation. You gotta keep up the intensity. I mean, it is a lot of running, but like Brianna explained, if you work together as a team, it's not that much running because, like she said, the ball moves from the goalie to defense to midfield to striker. So everybody has to be a part of that. And if everybody's a part of that and you ain't got nobody out there trying to do it all on their own, You ain't got to run that much.
I personally think the hardest position is goalie.
What?
I personally think the hardest, but just watching, I'm a spectator.
Yeah, because
You think so?
everything going
mentally.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Vanessa, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's
she plays goalie a little bit. And
really?
Yeah, she plays goalie too. Yeah.
How do y'all deal with that? You know what I mean? Like, seriously, as a person who generally is being vicarious right now, putting myself in your shoes, it's like if I see somebody coming and it's all 10 other players, I don't know who about to kick the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like
Like,
the reflexes take over.
hey, but you know what I mean? Some people are fastest and you kind of see like they'll miss it. Or I done seen some trick shots over the past 2 years and I'm like, I hope I don't get cut if I was to miss it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you prepare yourself for that, lack of a better term?
Well, it's like a process you take. If the person's coming down, if they're by themselves, then I like come out, close
science.
space. Or if there's two people, you gotta remember one person's there.
Yeah.
Remember where the goal. It's like memory.
Yeah.
Remember where things are, and then their half is like reflex. Whatever happens, happens. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, it's that running.
Coach K, I want to ask you a question. So what's the culture like at Legacy SC, and like how do you help shape it?
So when I started Legacy, one of the main points was I didn't want just a soccer team. I wanted a family. I kind of insert myself into their lives.
Okay.
Because I want them not to see me as a coach, but an extra guardian. You know, so what I do is I make it my business to try to make their games outside of like Legacy. They play for high school, so I try to make at least one of their games through the season. Birthday parties, any events, I'm there. You know, if they need someone to talk to, I'm there. You know, I ask them about their day, their life, what's going on. You know, I want it to be a family where when you leave me, I made some type of mark in your life. That I gave you some type of advice or something that you can take after soccer, because after soccer is over, life hits you.
Any sport.
Any sport, right?
Right.
And so what I want these girls to understand, we play soccer, but it's life lessons in how we play soccer. And when you graduate and you walk across that stage and you go into the world, what lessons did you get out of soccer? What, you know, what did we create that you can walk away and said, okay, I learned, like Brianna talked about teamwork. Okay, so teamwork in the workplace. You know, you talked about conditioning. I have to condition myself to get up for work in the morning, condition myself to get up for college and take my college classes. These are things I want the girls to have when they walk away. That's the culture that I'm trying to create, you know, in Legacy. It's not about the wins, it's not about the trophies. I ain't worried about all the trophies. I get my trophy in heaven. What I want for them is that when they get out into the real world, is that they're going to be somewhat prepared, you know, for life. And they have life lessons that they got from being in this atmosphere.
You know what they call that, right? Like, you know what they call the type of coach that you are?
What?
A player's coach.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like somebody who's in tune with their players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't just, oh, I'm the coach.
Right.
You're my player. You do what I say. No, it sounds like you definitely taking every type of consideration that you can.
Don't be saying yeah because he say no.
No, but no, for real. And it's like coming from someone who's older, you know what I mean, who has played organized sports. That is a wonderful feeling to a young athlete, to not only have your parent and you get the best of both worlds, you know what I'm saying? Not only to have a parent, but to have somebody outside of your parent who actually shows and cares about your skill sets and what you do outside of the sport. It's a wonderful
I see what you're
feeling.
saying.
I miss it. I miss it.
It is like you're instilling values in them that they could take with them later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're not just the coach, like you're involved in like their life. And
and you know, and I always look at it like if she wasn't my daughter or if my daughter was under another coach, that's the same thing I will want, you know, for her. Yeah. So I try to give what I want somebody to give, you know, for my child. And it's just, I just like my girls. I mean, we just have so much fun together, and it's just
looks lovely.
I mean, it's addictive, you know, to be in that atmosphere, and we have a lot of fun. And so, you know, I just want to make a mark because someone made a mark for me, and it wasn't in sports, but I want to make sure I make that mark for them as well.
And y'all are doing it. And speaking of fun, we got a clip of y'all having some fun out there. So can y'all go ahead and run that clip of Legacy? Let's go. So is this practice? Like, what is this? Go ahead.
So it's like that's sand soccer tournament. Okay. So that's us in different tournaments.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Practice. That was our first tournament win, Boston Cup.
So
congrats.
Yes,
Yeah, she a travel
coach. We love
yeah.
travel, yeah. So that's tryouts.
Okay.
That's us practicing. Oh, that's
y'all
Brianna right
practicing
there.
The gym too, and okay. Go ahead.
That's Ariel. Her little yes, Ariel.
Go ahead.
That's us at the scrimmage.
How many players on the team?
22 now.
Okay.
22.
And it's 11 at a time per
11, yeah. 11
like
11, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's Haley with their head go.
Go
That's
ahead,
us practicing
Joe.
I'm sorry, American football. Because
yeah,
a lot of discrepancies with American football and soccer, so you definitely know how to elaborate and differentiate the two.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, Legacy SC. Okay. Yes.
I look like y'all having fun.
Yes.
It has to. If it's not fun, ain't no point of doing it.
Do you think that is somewhat of an issue in today's youth sports? Like everything's being taken so easily now with social media and things of that nature that kids are not having fun like they used to. I remember me for organized sports, everything was fun up until I probably got to, well, a little after high school. It was like, all right, it's about to be business. There's no more fun. You know what I mean?
So, and I'll answer a little bit, but I want them to answer that as well.
Yeah.
I created Legacy also for that as well. I mean, when you get to like the high school age, it gets really serious. And what I was seeing is it was a lot of pressure and serious, but it wasn't the fun aspect. And if you look at the facts, a lot of girls quit soccer when they get to the high school level. And I think it's because it's the pressure or like it's no fun into it. And so that's part of the culture I'm trying to create is still add that little fun. Like, listen, we serious, but still add that little fun. And it's sometimes hard to balance it sometimes where it can be too much fun, not enough serious, but then too much, not enough fun. So as a coach, I have to work on that and self-evaluate myself, you know, as well. But what do you guys think about, you know, the balance of fun in soccer?
It feels like it's life, you know. Sometimes you can take moments seriously, sometimes you can have fun. So in general, sometimes if you're in a game, you gotta focus, have fun. I mean,
like
have fun playing. And
then
then after you can talk about it and then go have fun, stuff like that. Just gotta find the right time, place, everything.
Yeah.
That's right.
I agree. I think it's like, once again, it's some of the things you can separate and put together. You can have fun while being serious. Like, not everything has to be one mindset. It's always best to try and put the two together, because having fun and being serious would makes the game a game. And if you're in a good mindset, you're gonna have a good play. Sometimes if you're too serious, you break down, but if you're having too much fun, you don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Well, I also want to go off what they said. I feel like it's really mental, and like when we get ready for like a tournament or like an important game, we definitely prepare, and like for an example, like what we will eat during the day or like before, and like hydrating, of course, and all of that stuff. I just feel like
just to piggyback off of preparation, right? I would, if y'all don't mind sharing, what's some of y'all pre-game rituals? Like when I play football, I'm trying to tell you, when I played football, all I needed was, and it's a crazy combination, all I needed was some hot chocolate, some Skittles, and some music, and I was straight. And it's a nasty combination, but for some reason,
that's what got you.
Yeah, man, and I didn't talk. Like, so if you was on varsity, you played on Friday. So really, like that back into Thursday, going into Friday up until the game, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just eating Skittles and drinking my hot chocolate in the middle of summer. So what's some of y'all like pregame rituals that got you in those moods?
I don't know if it's healthy, put music full blast.
Yeah.
Full blast.
People don't like that. I don't know why.
You gotta get hyped.
Yeah. Just zone out.
Yeah.
Just do that for a long time, but that's what I do. And then come to the field. I have my time, now time to have soccer time.
Right.
I have a big sweet tooth, so sugar. If I get sugar, I'm gonna be so hyped, but I need to be hyped because I need my adrenaline. I need before the game. I don't care if it's unhealthy. I need 20 pounds of sugar because that what makes me run. My tooth just need to be ready to fall out. And music on the way there. And let's see if it's my music.
You heard that right. Her music.
My music. I just love that.
Yeah, well, I also agree with the music. I will definitely put my beats on and we'll just lock in and just think about what I'm going to do throughout the game and maybe how we could improve, and then we'll talk to our team and say all the same things that I was thinking about.
Does it bother y'all if somebody throws off y'all feng shui while you're trying to get in that zone? like for example, you said, "Oh, shade," but like you said, right? The whole thing was sugar. So like, if you locked in and you eating a whole bag of M&Ms, and somebody accidentally bumped into you and you spilled half of your M&Ms, is your game thrown off now?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Wait a minute, what was the shade though? What did I do?
Sometimes when we're on a car there, she wants to, go back to her time and play her old-fashioned music.
Not too much.
I love like old-fashioned songs, but sometimes her songs, they be putting me to sleep, and I be like, this ain't
So
right.
you be needing that glow. Okay.
It's one song I have to play. You give me my so it's a song by Carrie Underwood and Ludacris. It's called Champion.
Yeah,
come on, right?
Yeah.
I have to play that before every game. Let me play my song, and then she can play whatever she play. But to me, that just as a coach, it just gets. I don't know. It's something about that song that just gets me riled up as a coach. Whether we win or lose, we still champion.
Yeah,
so that's my little.
Let's piggyback off that real fast.
Hang on real quick. We can't leave the viewers out. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We got some comments. Andrew Drysdale, Will Legacy, Barbie Cat. You are amazing, Coach K. Thanks for mentoring our young people. Yes, you are amazing. Coach Kiana is very involved. Somebody, was that Corey Scott said, that's my sister.
That's no problem.
Okay, that's what's up. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We really do. But my bad. Go ahead.
Good. But like, Coach K just said, she just named her go-to song. And if y'all don't mind sharing, what would be your go-to song? Like if you had 2 songs to pick from, but you can only pick one, what would be that go-to song that'll get you ready for a game or even practice?
What you got, girl? Alexa a rapper. That's her second job.
Yeah, you was throwing me off with your name being Alexa.
I know you're a rapper.
Yeah. That'd be your own song or anything.
To be honest, it really depends. Like, I couldn't tell you like the number one because like I listen to all of them. Especially, it's usually like a pretty decent car ride.
Yeah.
So I just play a bunch of them. I just go through my playlist and whatever I'm feeling, I just play.
Playlist, shawty. You can't go wrong with your go-to.
I need me loud, like I need me music I can scream. My go-to, especially in a car, I don't know why, but lately it's been Rihanna Breaking Dishes. That song, just screaming that song.
Right.
It's not the meaning. It's just
but
the loud
melody.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I can't pick a song. I like all the songs, so I would pick like either like a rock song or like a pop song.
Okay.
Between those 2 songs, and just like switch between them. I can't pick one.
Rock. Okay.
If you had one, what would yours be?
What? Just
like if you about to work out, whatever, what would be your go-to song?
And so I like the classic Wiz Khalifa, We Them Boys. Like that song just amped me up. And plus I'm a Cowboy fan, so I gotta, you know what I mean? So it's it is what it is.
I'm gonna mess y'all head up with mine. This is a little too old for y'all, but mine is Trouble Man by Marvin Gaye. I don't know why.
That song.
Like I be ready, even if I'm lifting the dumbbell, cutting grass, I gotta hear Trouble Man by Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
Then if I want to get hype, I gotta have DMX. Hands, I gotta have that Wiggles.
Yes,
come on. Have DMX.
Come on, you can't sleep on him now. Come on.
That's the dog.
Come on.
So y'all, man, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna let y'all get out of here. But before y'all get out of here though, we definitely want y'all to give some shout outs out there to your family, friends, anything y'all want to share. I'll go ahead and let you lead off.
All right. Well, I just want to definitely give a shout out to my husband, Coach Bryant Baker.
What's up?
And he has his boys team Phoenix that's coming out now. Shout out to my children, to my board members of Legacy, to my assistant coaches, Coach Kenny, Coach Andy, and to all the parents and all my girls on Legacy and Mount Carmel for just trusting me and allowing me to be your coach.
Yes.
I'll shout out my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and some of my friends that have also like helped me get through some things and maybe even clear my mind. Mm-hmm. But definitely like mainly my family, because they've always been there, of course. Yes. And my brother always helps me like practice whenever, and of course my parents are the ones that like pay and all that stuff. So
okay.
And bring me gas money and all that stuff, plus taking time out of their own day. So
I want to shout out my mom and my dad, aka my coach, and my dad is kind of like my assistant coach. He also helped me coach a lot. I have to shout out my biggest hype man, Jalea, my cousin. Every time she's always hyping me up no matter what. She's always the one I can go to if I have anything. Definitely my brothers, but my main one is Brendan. He's like my one that if I need someone to talk to, someone to help me with something. He's a big soccer major. I can definitely go to him. Shout out. I'll never shout out to my mom for putting food in the house to feed me and this big belly.
Ain't that sweet?
Yeah.
She gotta miss your food.
What can I say?
Okay, I'm gonna shout out to my dad and my aunt. Those two are like people who take me to practice, care for me the most. My brothers, they may be really annoying sometimes, but like they're still there. I can shoot the ball at them. My friends give me someone to talk to. Basically, everyone I know.
That's awesome. I can't thank y'all enough for pulling up.
Thank you.
I'm saying, like, you got a great story, your journey. You're doing great with these kids, your daughter, and I just see y'all going higher and higher. So let's give Legacy a round of applause for pulling up.
I was gonna say one more thing, and we're officially affiliated club, so we are official a club, soccer club. So shout out, long time coming.
Kiana, let them know where they can follow you. The people can follow you out there.
Oh yeah, so you can follow. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I think Instagram is Legacy Soccer Club. Just look for the purple. And what else? Oh, we're on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
So find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're there. You know, if you want to come be a part, come on, be a part. We do Baltimore County and Harford County, so come check us out. Thank you guys.
Check them out. Thanks again for pulling up. Y'all follow them. Check out Let Legacy SC. Y'all just made history. First to do soccer.
Let's go. Soccer. Thank you for bringing soccer. Yes.
All right, y'all. We will be back. We about to get into another clip. We'll see you shortly.
The person that definitely was most starstruck by was Maya Angelou.
You ain't played this. Hold up.
Gonna set you up, bro.
You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Okay,
DJ. I'm trying to connect.
Shout out to Tyranny, cause she the one got me on that thing. Y'all know who Tyranny is, yeah. Be on that thing, be on that thing, be on that thing, yeah. Yeah, so you fam, right?
And yes, truth or the truth?
The best is yet to come.
You know I'm going right out, slide out. That's on gang. Yeah. BSC the gang, and I do my thing.
Say this too. People be with it till they know.
Ladies, get your game on. Hey ladies, get ready for a night of epic fun and friendly competition. Silk Events is hosting a special girls game night on August 9th at 6:30 p.m. We're talking non-stop laughter and adult games. This is your chance to unwind, challenge your besties, and maybe even win some extra cash. Don't miss out. Scan the QR code on the screen to grab your spot. We can't wait to see you there for a night of games, laughter, and good times with your favorite girls. Food and drinks included with ticket price. Cash prize for our top player. Cash App $sign Silk Events or Zelle 4103-757-399. Please add your phone number.
Pressure. That's big time. It's even. It evens it up.
It evens it out. Like,
it evens it out.
A game 7 in your house is not necessarily a win, man. You got that pressure on your back to win. You expected to win. Everybody wants you to win. 50 game wins. Like, and then you didn't have no plan after firing them. Like, what is your plan?
I look up for like Tink, and I look up for Ryan Garcia.
I feel for Javante, man. Maybe it'll sit him down, man, and get him back focused, man. Because I feel like he really wasn't where he's supposed to be in focus.
It's tough at that age to get that.
You're not supposed to do that because of the figure that you is. You just got drafted in your name.
And you're under a microscope.
And
you know?
That man, he gonna get more scrutiny because he should do it. Yeah. So that's why he should. But there's so many other examples out here. These guys don't get scrutinized. Yeah. They don't get scrutinized.
Yeah. Put out there. That's why, I've been sharing this page. I've been telling everybody, all the youth guys, even the youth guys that, you got rivals with. Like, look, man, check this out, man. Bmore Sports, man. We got to really push this thing to get our story out there.
Hey guys, it's your girl Lene Gray, and you can catch me live at 7 p.m. every Thursday on Bmorepod. As you guys know, We are for the people. Our platform highlights creatives, brands, entrepreneurs, all the things. And for the past 2 years, we have been self-funded. So we're just asking for a little help from you guys. You can donate to our Cash App. That's PodNet. Again, $PodNet. And if you send $50 or more, guess what? We are giving you a shirt. Hold up. We got this in black. We have it in white. Y'all see this? We thank you all for all the support and love that you continue to show us. And don't forget, we have a show on Mondays, Bmore Sports. We have a show on Tuesdays, Shameless Unplugged, and Bmorepod on Thursdays. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Looking for your dream home? We can help you. Contact Vandalia Brown, your licensed real estate expert. Navigating the housing market can be overwhelming. We are here to make it a breeze. With her extensive knowledge and personalized step-by-step guidance, you'll feel confident every step of the way. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade, she's got your back. Contact her today. 443-762-6135 or 443-330-7889. Scan the QR code on the screen. You'll be amazed at how smooth the process can be. When you have someone like her in your corner, ready to take the leap, don't wait. Click the link to start your journey with Vandalia today and unlock the door to your new home.
Welcome back to Bmore Sports Talk. I want to thank Legacy Soccer Club again for pulling up, man. Yes. We really appreciate y'all. So we are back and we're going to get into it. Joining us, we got Garland. He's a big sports fan. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? Thank you for the invite. I'm excited to be here. I do a sports podcast, me and my partner, Calvin Coates. It's called All Things Black with Garland and Calvin.
Okay.
We started like most people started with podcasting during COVID. And so nobody had anywhere to go, nothing to do in 2020. And so Calvin and I played adult softball together. Calvin's a City graduate, City forever for those people. And I was like, Calvin, we both like sports. We like to talk about stuff. We should do something while we're all home. And so we started initially reviewing TV shows. And so the first TV show we reviewed was The Last Dance.
Okay.
With, the Chicago Bulls documentary.
Great documentary.
And then we were like, wow, people really like this. And so we started doing our own verses. We would pick artists and we would build a playlist and we would do it live. Then we came up with All Things Black because we were inspired by Issa Rae when they asked her, who you voting for? Or who you supporting for the Emmys? And she said, everything black.
Yes, sir.
And so we were like, all right, let's do that and review black shows. And so we did The Chi, we did Lovecraft Country, we did Insecure, all those shows. And then it was like, all right, well, we ain't doing the thing that we really talk about most of the time, sports. And so we started a sports show called Fanboys, and we just did a rebranding. Now it's called the BIG Sports Show. And so it's all under the banner of All Things Black.
Thank you for sharing that, Garland, man. Happy to have you on this show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So let's get right into it, man. Scoops on the hoops, man. You've been watching WNBA?
I have, and it's been crazy, because there's been a lot of conversation around Caitlin Clark and all those different things.
Been watching.
So what's your feelings on it? Because I feel like not just the WNBA, even though we're about to focus on that, it's sports in general, whereas though sports is not being talked about anymore. They're talking about players of any sport. Personal lives and things of that nature. We don't even get a good top 10 on SportsCenter no more. So, what's your take on that?
I think that because people really didn't watch the sport before, they don't realize it was great players already there. Nafisa Collier, Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Candace Parker, Stewie, Brianna Stewart, and so I'm talking about the current players. You already had great players there.
Yeah.
And so, Caitlin Clark, she brought the cameras and the money to it. But, I don't think it's a thing of people beating up on her, because that's the thing. All these girls, they beating up on Caitlin.
Yeah.
Well, Caitlin, she's good, but she's not the best player. And they got to start refereeing it better. That's what I get from there. They're playing like it's the 70s NBA. You used to try to come to the hoop in the 70s. They knock your head off. And these women ain't playing.
It's
they will
definitely
not.
more competitive now.
It's more competitive. It's a rough game. And they're going to have to really do like the NBA did a couple years ago, where they get more stringent with the rules and the enforcements and the results of tough fouls and rough fouls.
Because it's a lot of picking and choosing going on. It's not even just the WNBA. It's within sports all around. It's a lot of picking and choosing. Even though I personally feel like it's always been a part of it.
Sure.
But I feel like now, especially, not to sound like a broken record, but with social media, everything is like right in your face.
Yeah.
At the point they don't even hide it no more.
We all got opinions. That's why.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that, Tony, with social media, because a lot of past few weeks I've been hearing about like who's some of the most followed WNBA players.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's Caitlin Clark, but if y'all could pull this image up of the most followed WNBA players, this will actually surprise you.
Angel Reese.
Who y'all think?
I think it's got to be either Angel Reese or it's got to be Asia Wilson.
I was about to say Asia. Well, Angel Reese kind of getting up there. I would say Asia, or what's that? Heidi? I'm sorry if I mess up your name. Plum.
Kelsey
Plum. I was about to say Heidi. I'm sorry.
She's great.
We're gonna pull it up in a minute for you, but Angel is number one though. She is number one.
Because they tried to base it off of followers.
Yeah.
In regards to social media.
And she's a different type of player than Caitlin. I don't think we can compare the two. And so she represents our city well.
I'm glad you just said that, because I feel like that's another thing that's a problem within the sports world. They too busy comparing people. That's like comparing a linebacker to a quarterback.
Of course, you can, but you can't.
Right. That's two different positions. Like I feel like one of the things that everybody get caught up with is forgetting what position said player plays. If I'm not mistaken, Angel Reese is a power forward, right?
Right.
And what is Caitlin Clark?
She's a point guard, two guard.
What are we talking about?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Some of their assignments don't even equivalent.
Right.
So it's like that's why I didn't like that whole narrative with them two. But
I think Caitlin, she benefits because the game has changed. Now it's about shooters from a distance. Because Steph revolutionized the game in terms of you can be a shooter now and be successful. Back in my day, I'm old. I remember Trouble Man. Have you ever seen the movie Trouble Man?
Not entirely.
Okay, all right. And so it's a soundtrack for a movie. Marvin Gaye. And back then it was all about the center and the power forward. And then Dr. J with the small forward, and so it was about that player. It wasn't. I watched it during pandemic. One time they played a old playoff game. I think it was the Knicks versus the Pistons. Bernard King, he dropped 50 in this game. He was unstoppable. And the 3-point line was out there, but nobody shot a 3-pointer. Yeah. They ignored the 3-point line in the 80s.
But one thing I realized, not just with the NBA, WNBA as well, one thing that's very pivotal to the game that's kind of been forgotten about, but they're trying to bring it back, the midi.
The midi.
You either dunking or you shooting a three, right? But you forget having a mid-range is very intricate to the game.
Yeah.
And shout out to SGA. He got a mean mid-range game. DeMar DeRozan. These are some guys.
And if you want to talk history, somebody that was real nice with the mid, Carmelo Anthony.
Oh yeah,
he was
real nice with the mid. Because then think about it, you're not going to make every three you shoot.
Sure.
Nope.
You're bound to go against somebody in the paint that's going to meet you halfway. So what is there that's left?
Yeah.
The midi.
Yeah. I think players have become more proficient because now we're more specialized in sports. When I was growing up, everybody played everything all through the seasons. Now you have kids, they just, once you get around 7 or 8 or 9, it's just one sport. And that's what that kid plays for the rest of their time. And so they're specializing on football. They're specializing on
real fast,
baseball,
before
basketball.
we move forward, do you think that's an issue now in regards to sports? Because I can admit, one thing my mama told me is not be a one-trick pony.
I think what it is that everybody's looking to get their child to the next level.
With
And so we
NIL,
don't
yeah.
spread them out and let them naturally gravitate to a sport and take care of their bodies. You know, I don't think those guys in the 70s or the 80s were like physically disadvantaged, but they didn't play every day. They wasn't playing 60, 70 games over the summer, you know, and all of those things. And so I think that's why, you know, we see these guys come in after college, they burn right out.
Yeah.
You know, you give them 3 years, they're done.
Look at it now with all the NIL stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so much.
It's like you don't have well, you have something to work for, but you're not putting in that extra grind because you know you're about to get monetary gain.
Sure.
Which I feel like is good, but I feel like it's detrimental to player development.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's something we could touch on a little bit later. We got a lot. So let's get Caitlin Clark, man. This card that sells for $660K.
I'm not surprised.
No.
$660K.
I'm not surprised. As a person who used to collect sports cards, I'm not surprised because one day it's going to be worth twice as much as that.
Isn't that crazy?
To
At
a
an auction.
degree.
At an auction.
To
But
a
I mean,
degree.
I kind of saw that. I kind of saw that coming.
I mean, for most of America, they don't know women's basketball before Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what Caitlin Clark news is always Angel Reese news. It's like, you know, Angel Reese is releasing her own sneaker.
Right.
I feel like that is what's driving me. It has to be some type of controversy where we have witnessed both women say,
I
don't have no personal problems, you know what I mean, with the other. However,
That's
when
what
we
the media does.
Yo,
The media
it
does
is
that.
crazy. Speaking of Angel Reese.
Yeah, shout out to Angel Reese. She's dropping her own sneaker end of the year. Those are the pink ones. I think the first colorway is like a tannish light color, but those are really, really fresh. So shout out to Angel Reese for getting her own shoe.
Won't be getting them because I'm a man. I won't be in some pink
But they
shoes.
nice
But they
though.
nice though. You might be able to get away with them Jones
They
for a
look
minute.
pretty cool on the
They
nice.
better not see your feet in them.
Right.
It's the ankle support.
What you want to do when you see your boy in some
I actually
Angel
like
Reese's?
them. I mean, they good, and I love what she's doing. I love how, for the most part, it seems as though she don't let outside stuff get
Tony,
to her.
I want to know what you gonna do when you see your boy in some Angel Reese's. Y'all going out, hanging out. What you gonna do when you see your man in some Reese's?
You know, some guys
None of my
gonna have
homies is wearing Angel Reese's. They got shoes. they're not
Everybody
letting
got
go
on
from 10
Tim's and
years
he got
ago.
on some Reese's.
Oh man.
Oh man. So
oh, here we go.
So this is a topic we definitely wanted to touch on. Will Steph and LeBron win another championship before their career is over?
No.
Been a lot of buzz about this lately in the media.
All right, now look. I feel like Steph definitely still has a chance, given the age wise. It's a little more difficult compared to before because he doesn't have that support system. He don't got KD. He don't got Clay. I think all he have is Green, right?
You got Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but he's still trying to find his way because that was a mid-season trade.
Yeah, but you know he's going to be starting off the season there,
and he's going to be around a little bit longer because LeBron's getting ready to
But
retire.
look at the skill sets as well. Jimmy ain't Clay. Clay ain't Jimmy. Now LeBron, you know, wishful thinking. It is possible, but like I said, or like I was telling people before, his hill is quite steep because no matter how good you are, no matter how well you take care of your body, stuff catches up with you.
Yeah.
And he already done beat the odds by being, he'll be 41 come December.
Right.
And being in the game this long and to be able to play with your son.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't caught up with him. I mean, he's still a dominant player in the league. I mean, he still was a guy that was a force. I think if we're going by percentages and what the teams look like, I think LeBron with Luka gives him a better chance to advance further in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think the West is too thick.
Yeah.
The West is too
It's not
too
like
top
back in the
heavy
G when he was
that
with
they
the
could
East.
just run through the West. And so they both make the playoffs, but I mean, you got
As far as
Houston,
winning.
you got OKC, a couple other teams did a lot of work over the summer. to
Indiana,
improve.
they fell short with you know, what's the name getting
Paul
injured?
George.
No, Halliburton.
Oh, you talking about?
Halliburton.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
You know,
right.
and so they
They were right there.
You got the Clippers.
upcoming.
They're going to be in the
All right,
mix.
can I
You
play devil's
got
advocate?
Denver.
Let me play devil's
And
advocate.
so you got a lot of top heavy teams.
I think you're about to say the same thing.
Listen, I rock with Kawhi. I feel like the Clippers missed their opportunity back in, what was it, 2012, 2013 when they had Blake, Jamal Crawford, CP3. I feel like that was more their time.
Now it's like a nursing home.
That was
over
the
there.
start of the Golden State dynasty. That's when they had that run.
Man, but I'm saying, it's like, all right, before we even move forward to other sports, it seemed like now even though it always been that, everything is more money. Like the integrity of any respectable sport is being tampered with.
Yeah.
For example, it's down in college where as though, granted, I'm all for players getting their due diligence, but it's like it takes away some of the focus from the game or discipline or doing what you have to do to get to that next level. Because you got players now in college like, oh, if I'm top dog at Oregon, you hear me? I need a check. Fool, you might not get drafted.
Yeah.
Of course you need a
You know
check.
what I'm
though.
saying?
Well, let's look at it this way. I mean, basically, college players were getting nothing
True.
up to maybe 4 years,
4 years
ago.
ago,
True.
yeah.
And
Right.
so you had these universities making billions of dollars, TV networks making billions of dollars,
Billions.
advertisers making billions of dollars off of the back of players. It basically was slavery. And you had to adhere to the system. You couldn't transfer. You couldn't be in the best situation for yourself. So as me and my man Calvin say on our show, get the players all that they're supposed to get. And, you know, these owners making the money. Ain't nobody talking about these owners making too much money. Ain't nobody saying these universities making too much money. But we want to come for the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait till next season with all the new acquisitions, trades, free agent signing. It's going to be very exciting to watch.
Wait till we get there.
Yeah,
I
so
think
we ain't got
Indiana
much
really
longer.
showed that they were a great team.
Yeah.
They got on a nice run, and so too bad that Halliburton's not going to be playing next season.
Right.
But yeah, we really want to see what happens in the league.
Wish all the players who got injured healthy recovery.
You had several
Jason
players.
Tatum, a lot of players.
Dame Dollar.
Yep. Juju Watkins in college. Hope to see her,
Juju.
come back. So
Definitely.
What's up with Clarissa though?
Oh, we on it.
That boxing.
How did what's your takes
So Clarissa
on
fought
this strong
Saturday.
woman, the strong black woman at that?
Yes.
Papoose is a good man.
Shout out to Clarissa
Papoose,
Shields.
yeah.
She defended her title on Saturday
and won by unanimous.
And
decision.
we got to go to this clip. That's the thumbnail. But could we go to that clip with that?
Beautiful shot right there. That left hook, if it would have landed a little bit farther down the jaw, it would have been a lot more damage. But that right hand landed cleanly. Daniels took that shot well, but she got it on an angle. Notice that she was caught a little angle.
Body. Straight jab.
Word.
Honestly, right there. Toe to toe with no woman.
No.
I mean, that fight. So I knew some people that went to that fight.
Okay.
That's a woman's fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people going to fights and what have you. And so she's definitely bringing eyes to the game. And I think that's great. I don't think Layla Ali would be crazy
about to say, who do y'all
try
think
to get.
besides her?
I don't know who else is out there. Yeah. But
I have to say
she stay pretty and stay at home.
Yeah, I have to say Clarissa is like the name right now. Like she's like,
it's not to discredit Layla though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not
in her
to
day,
take
she
away
was a
from
good
nothing
boxer.
that she has accomplished. I just feel like at this stage in your life, you a mother.
Yeah,
you're well polished.
Right.
I feel like if you were to step out and fight Clarissa, you feel me? You doing it for the it's basically gonna be Tyson and what's old boy name? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Foreman or somebody. I mean, it's probably been at least 10 years since Layla Ali has had an
any
actual
professional boxer tell you training for that is a whole different ball game.
It is.
It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. Shout out to her. She defeated Laney Daniels. I could be pronouncing it wrong, but she shined. She came out there with a focus. You could just see it in her eyes. She was ready to get in that ring and put in work.
Can I say something? I heard you said something about Tank earlier.
Oh,
and you know, Tank, he has a hand problem with women. And so that's probably with the delay because you know he just got arrested probably a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And so that fight he fought the guy from DC. Lamont Roach. Yeah, they had to make it a draw because you got to knock out the champ. Now, did Tank really lose that fight?
No.
Tank lost that fight.
No, he didn't. Listen, straight up.
Tank couldn't get that new knot out his hair.
I ain't saying he washed Roach. For the record, Roach, if you ever was to come across it, you did not get washed. You probably the best fight that man has ever had. I truly feel like it was a split decision, Tank. Only because Tank touched that canvas for the first time.
Yeah.
And they let it slide.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like they made it a draw. But if you look at that physical stuff, Tank ain't have a scar on his face.
I mean, neither one of them. I mean,
Roach
Roach
was not.
It's boxing, but yeah, I mean, Tank did not overwhelm him.
And that's why I said it should have been a split.
I mean,
that's why we got to see another fight.
that's why we got to see another fight. I'm sorry, the delay. I just wanted to get my feelings about Tank.
I hope that fight happens. So fingers crossed that fight does happen later this year.
If we can get through his trials and tribulations, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a moment to say for any man out there, especially black man, like, it can be easier said than done. Not making an excuse. Keep your hands to yourself, especially if you got the bag, man. Like, you got. That's why y'all got the money. You know what I mean?
You gotta make smarter decisions.
Even if you
but not
broke,
only that, like, what
hand to
makes you
yourself.
feel tough as a man to put your hands on a woman? I feel better beating a 6'8" dude than a 5'5" woman.
Right. Yeah, that's like
You know what I'm saying?
That's like the worst stuff you could do.
Yeah, man. But
we don't.
Hopeful, wishful thinking they're gonna get that worked out because August is right around the corner.
It is. And speaking right around the corner, NFL training camp started.
So
Ravens training camp started the 23rd. So they're in full effect. The players and fans been hyped up. You've been seeing them, out there in the heat, working and
Training
stuff.
camp.
So we actually got the schedule. If y'all could pull up the schedule for training camp, let's
Eric,
go.
you a Ravens fan?
I'm a Cowboys, but I support the Ravens.
But see,
somebody
I respect that. I'm tired of fake. I'm tired of any fake fan for an organization.
Yeah, like I always support the Ravens since the Dion days. Like my wife's a Raven fan, so like when we watch the games, like we be watching it. Like I'm Ravens, Cowboys, Ravens.
There's no real beef with. There's no real rivalry with the Cowboys.
You got a Dion Ravens jersey at your house?
Yeah, number 37.
I don't. I got a Des Bryant and I got a
that weapon.
I got a signed football.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yep.
But how do y'all
I tell my wife, hey, those jerseys, I don't care if the player played for 5 other teams afterwards. They played for the I still wear them. They're throwbacks. They officially become throwbacks after
to this day. I gotta get a Jacoby Jones jersey.
Yeah, shout out to the Ravens.
You probably had to go get that made.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
I think y'all gonna make a lot of noise. Ravens, I think you're gonna make a lot of noise this year. I mean, all the additions, they kept together a lot of core. I mean, you still got Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, the Flowers.
We have the most until we really see it, but on paper, because you got some fake fans. Now you got some fake fans that have been saying that. As a diehard fan, as somebody who's actually older than the Ravens organization, this is probably the most complete team we ever had on paper outside of them Super Bowl winning teams, which wasn't even complete then.
And Tony, I've heard that a lot too.
I'm telling you, but now if you really dissect everything, name a spot outside of what maybe a right guard or a right tackle where we weak at.
Kicker.
We only because we got to see him in real time.
We got to see him in real time.
Yeah,
because we don't have Tucker anymore.
But on paper, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah,
yeah. Do y'all think something was up with that?
Yeah, he was a freak.
Yeah, but like, all right. If you look at
I'll say
controversial.
This. I'll say this. I think
this is such a deep subject.
I'm telling you,
else was going through his head when he was kicking that ball.
When the first article came out, I was like, okay. I think this article was to open up to see if they could get more people to come out and say, same thing happened to me with Tom.
What is the thing?
And so what happened was 2 weeks later, more people came out.
16.
3 weeks later, more people came out.
And before you know it, it was up to what, 12?
It was up to, some number up to there. And so I think they had that initial information, and that initial information was kind of like the bat signal to get other people to come out the woodwork to say, yeah, hey, it happened to me too.
Would you equivalent that to the Ray Rice situation?
I think the Ravens' reaction to how they handled it was like the Ray Rice. Now, I think also they realized that they had to make the cut and move on because, we just can't carry the weight on it in business and how it's going to go. And so we got to, let him go. I think there's a small window open that if things don't work out by week 11, and this, you saying this is a Super Bowl team and that guy ain't working out. Hey, we got royal funds for you.
Garland, I don't want to let this comment go because we're on this topic about Tucker and what's the name. Could you still wear a Justin Tucker jersey?
Heck yeah,
I would.
You pay $80, $90 for the jerseys?
I would, because in actuality, respectfully, I just feel like his fetishes got exposed.
Yeah,
because he didn't get.
I don't think it does anything to his performance on the field. Hey, bro, I go to the games. There be people there with Kyle Bowler jerseys on.
And he was the bummiest Raven ever.
So
I'm sorry, no, I'm not. He was the bummiest Raven ever. You would
And
never.
so-
I would wear a Justin Tucker jersey.
Yeah, Justin Tucker. I
before
think he'll
Kyle
go down as
Bowler.
one of our greatest players. It's
Of
just
course,
unfortunate
you can't
that
take away. That's almost like separating the artist from the art.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go against what they're.
it's like the Bill Cosby show. Should you watch the Cosby show or not?
I mean, some people
I'm gonna leave that to
Jello
people.
pudding. So,
Yeah, so,
you know
you
what
know,
I'm saying?
let people make their decisions.
Yeah, well, the season is right around the corner.
Can't wait.
Have y'all been hearing about this whole Michael Parsons, Jerry Jones training camp?
So you, as a Cowboys fan,
yes,
right? And all right, you clearly see I'm with Ravens, but I keep my ear to the ground, right?
Yeah.
Respectfully, Jerry Jones rubs me wrong because I just don't like, from the outside looking in, because none of us are millionaires, clearly, right? I don't like how his organization is ran. Not taking away his accomplishments and stuff, but like probably the last 13 years, it's like even if the Cowboys get, you know what I'm talking about. Even when y'all get a little hope, something happens. To the point. So, you as a Cowboys fan, how do you feel about the Michael Parsons? Because you can ask us how we feel, but you a Cowboys fan.
It actually hurts because like that's one of your top players, and in fact on defense, and he's earned it. Like he puts in the work. He gets out there. I mean, he's got a family to feed. Like everybody else is getting paid. It ain't about the money. I mean, it's the principle. Like he's been putting up numbers. I mean, that's your number one pick. You don't want to see a guy like that walk. Micah Parsons, you don't want to see him end up at your rivals, at the Commanders or Eagles.
If he was to walk, who would y'all have as that franchise dude? Dak Prescott? Not taking nothing away from him.
I think Dak is on his way out.
Nah,
I mean, I think Dak has might be Dak's last season.
If he don't show for this year, like win some playoff games, they probably gonna be done with
it. But then, like, all right, like we took from what I took from having them young ladies up here with the that site with Legacy, and how they was talking about teamwork and how they had why, even though we know the professional world is a business, why break a chain that don't need to be broke?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's money. That's what
But
it always
not
comes
a
down.
broke organization.
Yeah, but there's a salary cap.
True.
And
That's
football,
always been leveled up.
But they got
it's
the money
about
to sign
money. I mean, now you're supposed to take care of your franchise players, of course. And Micah Parsons is a franchise player for them, and I hope they're able to pull it together.
What does that say to Micah when you extend another player instead of him? He's been there.
I don't think it speaks well, and they're gonna have to figure it out. If not, then he's gonna walk.
And then his drama, it's a distraction. But before the seasons, while we're talking about it, can y'all run that clip of Micah Parsons talking in frustration?
I mean, honestly, for me, it really don't matter. Like I said, I've been pretty consistent. If they don't want me here, they don't want me here. I go about my business. I understand the nature of the business. Like I said, as long as I'm here and under contract, I'm gonna do what I have to do to perform at the highest level. But if this is the end, this is the end. There's same way that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the other Jerry Jones take care of their family. It's the same way I need to take care of my family. You know what I mean? I got my own 3 kids of my own, so we all need to take care of our own family at the end of the day. Cowboys want to get it.
I'll say this, and I think about this. I'll relate this to Lamar Jackson. When the Ravens were struggling to get Lamar, everybody was mad. I know I was one. If you listen to some of our past episodes, we also on Apple Podcasts. I was like, Lamar's done. Lamar blew his chance. But I felt that way because I thought that, maybe they wasn't going to give him a number. And they didn't give him the guarantee. He wasn't fully guaranteed.
Right.
Get the full. And we know it's collusion and all that stuff. But he got majority. I think there's a number that Jerry Jones is at and Parsons is not at. And I think they eventually get to that number or somewhere in between it, close enough. And
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So there's a number there that Micah wants, that Jerry, he has a different number, and they have to try to figure out.
Do either one of you think it's a positional thing? Because since forever,
you had these defensive ends to sign these big deals. I mean, Myles Garrett, you had a couple other players,
JJ Watt. You know what I'm saying? You can't really turn a blind eye because now we are in a lifetime where every position is getting paid.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like, again, outside looking in, I feel like if you done already paid your quarterback, what's wrong with looking out for the other side of that ball?
Well, you know that's
what I
the
mean?
problem that they're having in Cincinnati. That's why Trey Hendrickson is not signed. They paid T. Higgins.
That's the rookie that got drafted,
No,
right?
no, he's been with them for a couple years. He had 17 sacks last year. He's been sitting out because he's trying to get more money. But they paid T. Higgins, they paid Jamar Chase, and they paid Joe Burrow.
Yep.
And so he's like, all right, I'm ready to get paid. You know, I've been underpaid the last couple years. These guys who are my peers, they've just signed these big deals.
Yeah.
You know, I want big money too. And so the organization's at a number. He's at a number. They can't get to the right number.
Is there an accountability thing? Like, I feel like partially the league should, because y'all move the cap space every year anyway.
Yeah, the cap
You know what I'm
space there,
saying?
but you know, it's up to the teams how they spend it.
This is true.
And if you they made in Cincinnati, which I don't care because we kick Cincinnati's butt every year.
Them games shouldn't have been that close.
I mean, why not? I mean,
one person getting 300 yards almost on us in the air. Come on, man.
Come on, Jamar Chase is the number one receiver in the league.
True, but I done seen him get locked down. Ain't no disrespect, Jamar, but I'm just saying.
I mean, locked down, but not by the Ravens.
That's how.
I mean, and Joe Burrow is a top 5.
Yeah, I rock with Joe. I just don't like certain comparisons.
And before we got our defense together and kind of like the latter half of last year, I mean, it was Swiss cheese. I mean, people were coming in here winning games that they shouldn't have won,
right?
And stuff. I mean, we won that game. You know, in overtime. And then, you know, the Cincinnati game was the same thing. I mean, I think he had close to 300 yards in that game when we played them in Cincinnati.
288 total.
Yeah, so
crazy.
One person in the air.
Yeah.
On a Ravens defense.
He's good.
Crazy.
He's good. He's good.
Hey, shout out our live viewers. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We got a little more topics we're gonna get out of here, but we definitely I want to touch on this comment from Bmore Sport. He said Jerry Jones got his hands in too much. He does. Well, you picking the players, being the owner. You can't be the play your position, be the owner. Right. Let everybody else play their part. Like that's why we ain't done nothing because you got your hands in everything.
I had a boss. He had a sign in his office. He who has the goal makes the rules. Yes. So when you have all the money, you can do whatever you want. You want to, as Bill Parcells said, that's why he left the Patriots. He said, "Hey, you know, I want to not only pick the groceries, I want to determine what groceries we buy, but the owner wanted to do all the drafting and the evaluation. But hey." If you own the team, you can do what you want.
Before we slide forward, what do you think this says to Michael Parsons? You know what I mean? About the Cowboys' most recent transaction. What does that say to Michael?
He should feel bad because like you're still signing guys before him where Jake Ferguson, he's a good player. I mean, tight end, but this is your defensive star, like who holds it together, like the leader of your defense. And you haven't signed them yet. Like,
because one thing's for sure, I feel like we can all agree on is defense wins what?
Championships.
But and Micah is he's an
elite player.
He's high caliber elite.
His signing is not going to affect Micah Parsons. No,
Jake signs for 4 years.
It's not going to affect the cap for this year.
Okay,
Micah signs for next year and the years beyond that.
They gave him $52 million.
That's where,
they gave this man $52 million.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah. Man, I hope something.
It's something to me. There's nothing in football, though.
Yeah. One other thing we're gonna touch on the NFL before we move on to MLB is Terry McLaurin shows up at camp. So he's signing autographs, and that's a great thing because a lot of people thought he was holding out. And then what he's going to do. So.
He's holding in. You know, they started this new thing where the players like Micah, he was at the camp too, but he's not participating. He's not doing anything. And so a lot of those guys, they're just showing up, but they're not participating. And so they sign. I mean, Terry McLaurin is one of the top receivers in the NFC.
Yes, he is.
He should be getting paid.
Didn't something happen with like one of Baltimore rookies too, with something in that similar fashion? He didn't get his guaranteed deal or something, so he waited.
It was the guy, Mike Green.
Mike Green.
They were going off of what happened with the kid in Cincinnati who drafted Shamar Sanders, and he was holding out because he didn't have guarantees, and it messed up a couple of the second-round guarantees, but he worked his out before he came to camp.
Yeah.
So he's in there.
I like dude though.
Yeah. And we actually got a segment for this. Y'all gonna love this coming up in a little bit. But thank you for sharing this NFL stuff. Let's move on to the MLB.
Baseball.
Set a record on Saturday. Franchise record.
I was
They
there.
shut out. Who they shut out? The
Colorado Rockies.
18-0.
They hit about 4. I was there. I'm a season ticket holder, pro 13 game.
Must have felt good, right?
Yeah,
I know
it's good to go to the game and they win. It's been a tough season.
I'm talking about the Rockies. Like, you supposed to beat teams like that. Like,
they were supposed to beat them Friday.
Like
they had a lead and they lost that game. I think in terms of the O's this year, and we talked about it on my show too. Has the window closed?
Yes.
And not quite yet. It's closing.
It's closing, but
it's a little bit left. A little crack in there.
It's a management issue. You would say?
I would say that this year they didn't make great management. When I talk about management, I mean the upper management.
Yeah.
They didn't make great decisions on bringing more players in. They still kind of playing it cheap. I think this was maybe the year that they could have went a little further in the playoffs, but they had a lot of injuries. It just was not. This has not been the year.
Yeah,
a lot of injuries. They've had several players out. I know that the reliever is out. Oh my God, why I want to forget my guy? But they have a lot of players coming back now that have been injured earlier in the season that they were hoping they would get back. But now the record's so bad. You're going to go ahead and have to unload some of those guys who were in there last year, like Cedric Mullins.
Speaking of Mullins, did you see what Mullins did, though?
That was a great catch.
But
I'm watching him.
Player, though. Why would you let your best player?
He's
I
not
feel like
your
that's
best
an
player.
Orioles problem anyway.
He's not
Who's
your
our
best player. Your best player
Well, I'm gonna
plays.
say he's our most athletic. I feel like
He's a good outfielder.
Yeah.
And he's good. I love Cedric.
Yeah.
But Gunnar Henderson's your best player.
Because I thought he was gonna let it drop.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah, watching that, we were like, "Oh my God!" And when he dove for it and got it, was like the stadium erupted. I mean, Cedric has had some great years here. He's been a great presence in center field. I saw him hit for the cycle several years ago. I was at that game, and so, but you gotta use your chips to prepare for the future. And so, Cedric
is what you
you gotta trade people that you're going to get some value for, and they've already started a little bit. Probably next week we're going to see Cedric, some of those other players who are on 1-year deals where they're not going to re-sign them because they got players on the farm that they need to bring up and start playing in the majors.
But in recent years, who do you feel like we have gotten of value? We let Machado go.
Yeah, I mean, Machado go. I mean, but you got to realize, I mean, the Orioles, they were building up in a new system, kind of like that Houston Astros system of you are building from your farm system. And so, you got Jackson Holiday, you got Gunnar Henderson, you got Adley Rushman, you got what's my guy Westberg. You got some good players on that team. It's just been a tough season. Colton Cowser.
I'm an Orioles fan. Any team with Baltimore, I'm diehard through and through. I just feel like the type of things being felt about the Ravens, I personally feel like should be felt about the Orioles. For example, one of the main things we say with the Ravens every year is, "Oh, we'll see." You know what I mean? But I feel like if you die hard and you riding with your team,
be more.
That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
They can bounce back. I mean, you think last year, after the All-Star break, the Detroit Tigers were kind of like the Orioles. They were like almost in last place in the Central Division, and they caught fire and they made it to the playoffs and they made a run. And so you can easily get back to that if you got your players right and you got the right pieces. And so I think, this year, let's go ahead and scratch it, go out to the games for the fun, get a nice drink, get a hot dog, chill out. And then, next year, I think, they can contend again.
Right.
So don't give away too many people, but, give away the right ones.
Cedric Mullins, man.
Let's see this Mullins catch. While we're talking about Mullins, please play that Mullins.
And Mullins with a high fly ball to right field at the wall. Number 100 for Cedric. It was inevitable, wasn't it? You make a catch as good as he did an inning ago. He had to come up with a big hit.
And a big round number to boot. The 100th home run of Cedric Mullins' career. Every one of them in an Orioles jersey.
And I tell you what, number 100, a Weaver.
Balls driven to left center. Mullins on the right.
Seeing that,
Super Saiyan with a right.
and yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, he's done it. I mean, he has so many plays in his resume of making catches like that.
I personally wouldn't let him walk, man. I'm sorry. Because imagine if you remember how the city felt when we let Alex Jones.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I mean? It was almost like Ray Lewis retiring all over again. You know what I mean? But for the Orioles standpoint.
Oh, you mean the guy that plays shortstop? Alex?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, not shortstop. He played center field.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean? He was with us for so long.
Yeah.
And then to finally let him go. But it's like, I feel like now Cedric can be, you know what I mean, another cornerstone.
Are you going to? But Cedric, you're not going to get nothing for him if you let him stay. You can get something for him now. Yeah, because you're not going to resign him because you got players down on the farm that you're going to bring up next year.
So I'll say that just to cap it all. I'll say, you know what I mean, let the season ride out. It's almost like the Ravens having a mediocre season. Let it ride out and let's see what happens in the offseason. But I would never, I'm tired of you Baltimoreans going against our home teams. You're supposed to stand by your team, win, lose, draw, pretty ugly. You know what I mean? Like, that flip-flopping, I see a lot of that going on nowadays, man. I seen people become Baltimore Ravens fans just because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
True.
Right.
Meanwhile, we had to deal with Kyle Bowler, Tony Chester. You know what I'm saying?
My wife still thinks that what's the guy that they made the movie about?
From The Blind Side?
Yeah. She said, honey, does Michael Orr still play?
That man ain't played in the past 7 years.
And so, but that was her connection to you.
That's funny, yeah. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how you. It's cool. It's cool. I understand there's some surface fans, and you know. Hey, but you should come out to a baseball game. I'm telling you, it's a great atmosphere.
I'd rather be at it than watch it on
at
TV.
the stadium and all. And so, yeah.
If you have never been to a baseball game, no matter what state you in, go. It's a wonderful experience.
Very nice.
I mean, whatever you experience watching on the TV is different from being there. I agree with that. I'm telling you, I take it as in you can blink and you can miss something. That's why I look at being at a baseball game as equivalent to staying in the moment. You know what I mean?
Basically, you have to.
Yeah.
And the O's actually playing the Blue Jays tonight. They won 2 in a row. Hopefully, they could keep this win streak going, create something big, have some faith in them. So
Blue Jays, they're in first place in the East, and I think they've won like maybe 16 of the last 17.
They're a hot team.
They're very hot right now.
They hot. So this is what I've been waiting to get off. We're gonna try something new. So this is we like to spice things up over at Bmore Sports Talk. So instead of what's hot, what's not, which that'll be back next week. But this week we're gonna do what do you think? So analysts, coaches, and execs, they pick the top 5 QBs.
Okay, cool.
So if y'all could put the slideshow up of the top 5 QBs, they got Jaden Daniels at 5. They got Lamar at 4.
Disrespectful already.
Right. Look, Lamar at 4. And we're gonna elaborate on this, what we think they should be. There's 5, 4. Oh, Joe Burrow at 3.
What?
Joe Burrow at 3.
Okay, keep on going.
Josh Allen at 2.
Because he was,
and you already know who they got at 1.
Pat Mahomes.
Now, how do y'all feel? I feel Lamar at 4. I think that's a little disrespectful.
I'll let you go first.
All right, Lamar should be at 2. Mahomes.
Shake my hand.
Lamar should be at. Lamar should be at 2. I mean, 2 MVPs. He really should have won the 3rd last year.
Yeah.
The only reason he didn't get it was because of voter fatigue. That's the only. It was a DEI vote for Josh Allen. Now that boy good though.
Call a spade a spade.
Josh Allen run over you and then throw it 50 yards. So he's good. But I think it's Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen. I mean, you can't put Burrow above Lamar. Burrow, that team hasn't been to the playoffs in the last 2 years.
But you know why they do it is because he went to the Super Bowl when they went up against the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, he lost, so he's just like Lamar. He ain't got no Super Bowl titles.
That's literally why they do it, because Lamar hasn't been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like Jaden Daniels. I mean, I think he's good enough that he, I mean, Is he proven? But I'm not sure
Not
who
after
you would
one
put
season.
at. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know who you would put at 5. Nobody else jumps out to me and says, okay, this person.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on that one. Why not Baker Mayfield? You saw that season he had last
He had a
year.
good season.
He had a
and
wonderful
Baker,
season.
he's come back from what happened to him in Cleveland. He was injured a lot,
and you know a lot of quarterbacks do not bounce back after being with Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would just
I think it's right system, right place at the right time.
And that's But to have Lamar at 4, I'm saying
that's
4.
Yeah, that's
that is literally blasphemy.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I still think a lot of people, and when I say people, I'm talking about evaluators in the NFL, still do not respect Lamar as a full-fledged quarterback.
And these are NFL execs that make these votes.
And also even the analysts. Have you not noticed, that some of the analysts, right? And it's not to discredit anybody, because I feel like once you made it to the professional level, can't nobody take nothing from you.
Yeah.
But you got guys who only been in the league 1-2 seasons. They probably was an extra on one team, giving what they think is their expert analyst, which is opinion, you know what I'm saying, on somebody who's showing the season going on 8 seasons now.
Right.
That, you know what I mean? The only thing the boy missing is a Super Bowl. You can't take that away. And y'all going against the grain. That's the only thing that's getting me messed up. Not just because, I'm Baltimore Ravens, but with sports in general. Everything is becoming personalized to the point you can go on any platform, watch an interview or whatever, and it's like they're talk. For example, you can say, because he's popular. All right, LeBron James. They not talking about how this man 41 with all this. You know what they still talking about? Who better, Jordan or LeBron?
Right.
That's always going to exist.
It ain't going no, but they don't never say who better.
And
Jordan.
that's the topic that we.
But hold on, they'll never say who better, Jordan or Bill Russell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always going to be.
What I'm saying? That's why I'm never getting that. That's why I'm never getting that debate.
Yeah,
I don't even entertain it.
Right.
You feel me? And that go back to what I said earlier. You got 2 different individuals, who play two different positions. The difference is one can play the whole floor.
Yeah.
Whereas though Jordan was a 2 that ranked the 1. You know what I'm saying? But back to, not to digress, everything is so personalized. Instead of talking about the game or a person's ability, you're personalizing everything based on your distaste for whatever player you're discussing. I feel like that should come to an end.
Right.
Because I don't like Brady. I will never like Brady, but I'm going to respect them 7 rings he got, though.
Yeah, you got to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel.
Because, let's be real. Who getting 7 rings? Pat Mahomes ain't getting.
He might.
I don't got it.
He might.
I don't got it.
Yeah. He's got the best coach. He's got the best tight end. The
only reason I don't have it, because I feel like any team can be exposed in that big of a game. I feel like, for example, we can use this most recent Super Bowl. The Eagles did what other teams should have been doing, or they utilized what other teams did to beat. You know what I mean?
I think the Eagles, they were peaking right at the right time. I mean, they were peaking defensively. They had a great scheme. I think the Chiefs, they had a lot of injuries, especially in the wide receiver. I mean, Hollywood Brown had missed a significant part of the season.
Pacheco.
He missed the season. You had Rasheel Rice. He missed a lot of time. They had to go out and get DeAndre Hopkins, who's with the Ravens now.
Right.
And so Kelsey, he admits he was playing with his girlfriend too much, and so they caught him at the right time. But as long as Andy Reid is there, as long as Pat Mahomes is there, you have to get by that.
I feel like it's getting tougher.
It's like we used to say about Belichick and Brady. What did we used to say about, as long as Belichick and Brady are in New England, you always have to worry about
what happened.
All right, so we can talk football for the whole show. We actually a little bit over, but we definitely gonna wrap it up. Before we get out of here, though, I mean, football's right around the corner, so there's always a lot of hype. Definitely. But next week we're gonna talk a lot more about this. We definitely want to get into our fashion segment before we get out of here. So let's go ahead and run that fashion slideshow and the latest J's that dropped. No fashion. All right. So we ain't got that. So we're gonna actually get up out of here. We're gonna give shout outs. I want to thank Legacy SC for pulling up. I want to thank Tony for pulling up.
Thank you for having me.
Garland,
this is my first podcast. Thank you for having me.
Y'all go ahead and give y'all shout outs before we get on out here. I'll let you go first.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Shout out to Bmore Sports Podcast. I would love to return again. This is definitely my type of element. Shout out to you, Eric, for having me. Shout out to the production crew. Shout out to the city of Baltimore. We may not have the best rep, but I feel like we're one of the best cities to ever exist. And let's just keep this thing going. But once again, thank you for having me, because this is definitely wonderful.
Thank you.
This is now on camera.
That's how we live.
You me.
Yeah.
Hey,
a little watering.
Our name is our name. We Baltimore. We don't care about rap. And so shout out to your producer, Sandy. Sandy is my walking miracle. That's my girl.
Shout out to Sandy.
Sandy lived next door to my wife, who I've been married to for 33 years. And Sandy was a serious Madden player. And so I would come and visit my wife, and I would not even go into my wife's house. I would go to Sandy's house first
Sandy was
and
an
play
advocate
Madden.
blitz player.
And so I would play Madden for hours. That's my girl.
Crazy.
And so Sandy is my people's. Thank you for having me on the show. Shout out to my crew, All Things Black. We've been on a little hiatus because in the summer it's not too much to talk about in sports, but we're about to come back. We do an NFL preview, and so we're gearing up for that in the next couple weeks. And so we're on YouTube, IG, X, Blue Sky, all of that stuff. And so check us out, Facebook page. You can follow us and tune into us. We do something weekly.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Once again, I want to thank our guests, thank my hosts, both hosts today, for pulling up. I want to thank God. I want to thank my wife, our production team, my friends, family, everyone who tunes in and watches this show every Monday. We appreciate y'all. So please make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I mean, we really appreciate the love. You catch us here every Monday, 7 p.m. live. My bad, we did run a little over, but it was a lot going on in sports, a lot of news. We had some great guests, hosts with me today. So we will be back next week with another great show. And don't forget, if you have talent, if you have a show, you can bring your show to this platform. Send us an email at bmorepod@gmail.com. Don't forget to tune in to Bmorepod on Thursday, and Shameless every other Tuesday. And don't forget to check out my man, OMG Danny, Be More For Real, every Wednesday. All right. With that being said, peace, love, and blessings. We will see you next week. Let's go, O's.
I'm gonna kill these mofos for real. Give me a chance. It was more of a comment, like they don't date because of past.
But anyway, I gave y'all props. That's it. I'm done with y'all. That's it.
Oh, keep it coming, keep it coming. It's not the end. It's not the end. V's a legend. Like.
That's super.
So, I mean, sometimes stuff like that does cause a distraction. So, he like had him off his game. Like he knew something was coming out. Like
pipeline,
when he was kicking that ball, something else was going through his head. 16 therapists. 16 therapists. You know, accusations. You know, from 2012 to 2016.
God.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because, like, you know, the timing of it, but just for 16. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, obviously,
I was like, who does that? Who does that? Who does that?
So, right, like people think you just go in there and boom, one cut, and you know it takes time and effort. And,
absolutely. You got to really invest into it. And
right.
You got to really like.
Tune in to Bmore Sports Talk Live every Monday at 7 p.m. exclusively on the Bmorepod Network.
I'm gonna kill these mofos for real.